Well, guys, so this is my first day of getting live. As you all know, it's a live stream for US30-cash. Well, let's get it started. I'll clean out everything so that you can see the analysis from the very beginning. Well, here we are again. So to begin with, I'll choose the pair which is US30-cash, and you can use the one which is from capital.com. It's the one that I'm using. So let's start with the basics. Well, as you all know that Forex has the basic system which is supply and demand. I mean, not Forex, stocks and everything that we trade. It's some simple concept which is supply and demand. So we'll start from there. So this is a weekly chart, and you can see that here we have a very good support from where the price has been reflecting, and this is a good demand area. Well, now it's very hard to say if it will get rejected from here or it will keep pushing up, because as you can see that the indices right now, it's in a bull run. It's been shooting up the stars every month, making new higher highs. So let's refine the charts. This is the weekly time frame. We'll refine to day time frame, and we can refine the areas properly in the lower time frame, so that it's good for us to have the outlook of the price. Well, now I would consider this as a supply zone, because the price has been rejected quite a few times here, as you can see. And when the price was coming down, you can see that when the price was coming down, it halted here for a while because of this demand here, demand which turned into supply. So here you can see that people have sold in a very decent way. After this candle, you can see that the price has kept falling down until it reached here around this area, and then we saw a reversal, which was not quite expected. I was expecting price to go a bit lower around this area so that we could plan a very good reversal, but as we know that things doesn't work how we want. It's just the market and how it behaves. It's very unpredictable. What we can do, it's just that we have to find the probabilities of our entries. Anyway, we'll refine to 4 hours, and now we can see something which is very clear. I mean, at least clear to me. Well, so price was consolidating in this area for, I think, for 2 days, because I I entered a couple of times here, and one was like stop loss and other one took profit, but the movement was quite very small. Like it was in a range of $100 to $150, as you can see here. Look, from 38,080 to 38,160. So it was not a good move, but once the price went above this zone, I call it a zone, and that's how I trade, and I that's what my strategy is. I call it a zone. So when the price is under the inside of the zone, it's consolidating, and when it gets outside, we expect a pullback. Okay, in my case, I would like to tell you guys that it's very important that you should take wicks into account, because look, when the wicks are there, price it just reflects from the wick. I say it wick to wick. So this is also a very good entry point of a retracement. Whenever the price shoots up and we are expecting a retracement, I would like the price to come to the wick so that I could get the best entry. So in these 4 hours, you can see that the price has made a higher high. Okay, if you refine the chart into 1 hour, you can see that the price has been consolidating here, and the moment it broke out, it just shooted up until this area, which was a bit of supply, you can say it. Well, now after seeing the charts right now, I could say that the price has been reversed completely, because you can see there has been a higher high, higher low, higher high, and probably price would retrace right today if we are lucky. Well, anyway, so the next stop, I would say it's around this place, in this area, because this is a good supply zone. And well, let's see how it goes today. And because I just trade on NY session, which is around 3:30 p.m. here in Barcelona, you can put this indicator and you will get to know when the New York gets open, mid time, and the post New York session. Look, if you click on this, you would find some information. Its morning session color is blue, lunchtime session color is orange, and afternoon session color is green. So you can see the volatility in these ranges every day. It's always like this. Well, so the price is right now in the supply zone, which we also call a resistance zone. And look, I don't really trust on these trend lines. I never take my trades on the base of trend lines, like how some people trade. Like, okay, this is the trend line here, and now when the price comes here, I'm gonna buy, and then we go up, and then the price come here, I'm gonna buy, and then we go up. I never do like that. I use the trend line for confluences, so that I could get more assurity of my trades. Like if I'm planning a trade to buy on this area, I would see, okay, there is a zone right here, there is a wick right here, and also the imbalances that we can never forget. We should never forget. Like you can see the imbalances, a huge open imbalance here. So I take it as a confluence. Like, okay, this is my zone to enter, this is my area to enter, there's a wick, okay, there is a trend line, okay, so I take it as a confluence. I never take trades, I don't execute on the basis of trend lines, I just take it as confluences. Well, anyway, so right now I'll remove this because it's not required for now. We have the supply position over this area. Supply area is about around this, and it has already, you can see that it has broken the last high from yesterday, so the price is very likely to shoot up. But anyway, let's check the news. What news we have? In 30 minutes we have S&P Global, that's not going to impact too much. 44 minutes we have ISM PMI data, which is at 4. And in my strategy I try to execute between 330 to 340, 350. If there is news on at 4, I try to wait, or else I don't trade when there is news after 330. Look, most of the news is, you can see it's around 230 every day. 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230, 230. So today, genuinely, if you ask me, I'm not very interested to take any trades because my trading hour, as I told you, it's 330. So I take trades around 330 to 340, 350. Well, so let's see how it goes today, because I decided to have a live session. So let's see how it goes. It's my first session, so ignore the basic mistakes if I make. My apologies on that. Anyway, so my approach is very simple. I'll tell you how. Look, this is a week to week, and you can see week to week this area, it's holding pretty much good, and you can see that it's also a kind of demand area. The price is coming here and it's shooting back up every time it's getting rejected, and there's also an open imbalance here in this area. So let's see how it goes. We'll scroll down to 30 minutes, 15, and I want my zone to form, because whenever I decide to enter, I try to find a zone, and I would not ever enter if there is no zone formed before the NY open. For example, what happened yesterday, I'm going to show you a quick recap of my trade from yesterday. Well, in 5 minutes, always in 5 minutes. This was the time when New York got open, and you can see the volatility. You can see the wick, a huge wick formation here. So this was my overall zone. This was my overall zone before the New York session. So what I saw is the price started pushing lower, but as I told you that I keep a confluence of trend line, I had it here set from before, and I would never enter if the price closes in the zone. For example, if you look like yesterday, what happened when the New York got open, this was the candle from 325, and then the candle of 330. It got open, it was coming down, but there was some buy orders, or people decided to buy. They decided to buy, and due to that, you can see that there was a huge wick. I could have entered here after this, but no, I would never just enter with one confirmation. I need multiple confirmation. So what happened yesterday, that the price pushed up and it halted here, and then I had to wait for the zone to break. This is my zone, this pink area, you can see it's my zone. So when it broke, I place my limit orders, or I can do market execution when the price comes back. and the price comes back to my place. So this is the zone, and this is the wick where I would like to place my orders, this area. But sometimes what happens when the zone breaks, it fails to come in this area to take more orders. It just starts shooting up because it's the NY time and it's highly volatile. So I patiently waited for yesterday's entry. The price came in a very subtle way, like in a very good way. It was not like too much of pressure, selling pressure. You can see it, there were bear candles, but there were bull candles. So overall it was a good indication of that price might halt in this area. So what happened, my stop loss is always 500 points, like $50 on US30. Okay, in US30 or SPX or NAS, anything. So I had my buy orders here. I would target until this area from where the price got rejected. So this would give me around 3.45 RR. Well, I didn't hold up till here. I took my positions till here and I decided to close. But well, you never know, it could have reversed because you can see that there was a selling pressure here as well in this area. So I took 3R from this trade. I closed a bit early, 3R, and then I was regretting a bit, but you never know. So 3R is pretty much good on this trade, and then price went back up, then down, some retracement. If you can see, in 15 minutes there was some open imbalances. Look, 30 minutes, 1 hour, there were open imbalances. Week to week it took the orders, shooted up. So well, let's delete all this because I don't want to confuse you guys with last trades. So right now, what's the situation here? I'll show you. Look, I make my zone with 5-minute candles. Okay, this was the last high which got broken. Of course, there are imbalances here. Of course, there are many imbalances left here. Look, here is a big imbalance, and then here is a big imbalance. It's NY time, so there might be some liquidation. So I never enter before NY open. I wait for the 5-minute candle to close. Only then I enter the market. This is another account, like this broker is really shit broker, and I'm just doing some experiments on these ones. Anyway, so let's get back to the topic. So right now there are imbalances, you can see here, and right now my zone formation is currently over here, around this place. There's a zone I can see now. And how many candles are left for the bank, for the New York? 20, 25, 30. So we'll wait for 3 more candles and then we'll see how it goes. Let's see again in the big picture what's going on. I can see clearly that we are heading up north around this area. We will probably be like this, like 70% chances of going up and 30% chances of going down again, because this is the last high in the big in the big time frame in 4 hours or one day, whatever. So these are the areas here for support. The resistance seems to be broken already, and here is the next target for US30, which might go there. It might reach here, but there is a very high probability of a correction. Well, there are not many imbalances left. You can see like this a bit, that doesn't matter, but we never know. Apart from that, there are news coming. $3.45. Oh, this is Canadian dollar. It doesn't matter. On USD, it's at 4 and 4:30. No, only at 4 ISM PMI. So we'll have more or less 30 minutes to see if we get a trade to enter and to exit, because I never hold my trade when there is a news, because as you know, my stop loss is always $50. So the price is above the resistance zone, above the supply zone, and above this, the last high. So it's very cool to see how the market behaves. People say that US30 is like it makes big breaks and all this. Well, it does, but there's a reason always, and it moves very nicely. Look, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, probably a higher low. We will see a higher low, and that's where we can enter. Well, let's see. For now, with my trading strategy, this is my zone. I would wait for a zone break. I would keep my bullets ready. Look, like this. It's always like this. I keep my stuffs ready, because in my case, in my strategy, don't have enough time to put limit orders, or to start making the calculation of the pips. I take 0.5% on every trade. It doesn't matter if it's a 100k account or 200k or 50k. On a 200k I use 20 lots. On a 100k I use 10 lots. That's it. I don't have any accounts lower than that. Well, anyway, so we will have this placed over here, so that at the time of action we don't waste our valuable time on calculating the pips and the lot sizes. It's fixed every day. It's the same story, always and always. $50, no more, nothing less, nothing more. $50 only. And the take profits are a bit it's decided at the moment when I want to take the take profit. Normally I target 2 hour. Sometimes I have to close 1 hour. Sometimes I do close at BE. Well, stop losses, of course. So, well, let's see. Two minutes left for the bank to for the New York to get open. So here is the zone for now. Here is the zone. There are liquidity below, but we'll see how the how the, I call it a bank candle, I don't know why, but since from the very beginning. So instead of mentioning it every time, like bank open, I mean, well, New York open, I would just say bank candle. So look, you can see here bank, S&D zone, bank pullback entry. So here is the candle which is of 325. After this closing, we will wait for the next candle, how it goes, and then we'll decide if we have to enter or not. If not, we don't. We see later what happens with the market. So this is my overall strategy. Look, it's going for liquidation, I think. I'll make it a bit bigger. Well, this candle is closed. Now we'll wait for the bank candle to close. We'll wait for it. Let's see how it behaves. I probably think that it would take some liquidity below from here, which I think it did already. But there's some liquidity here as well. Two equal lows you could see, like here, imbalances, left imbalances. But I'm not worried about it because it doesn't have to take all the liquidity from the bottom. So now I will extend my zone a bit to this area. Wherever it goes, I will keep extending. But in general, my zone was this. What would have happened in my strategy? It's like this. The 5-minute candle breaks the zone, come back, I enter here on the pullback, and we shoot up. Or the other way around, like this. If this candle breaks below this zone and closes below the zone, I would plan to enter here in the pullback and we go down this. But I would not take a sell just like that, because in order to take sells, I need it to clear this zone. No panic, because there's 3 more minutes left for this candle to close. News in 13 minutes, this doesn't matter. The one at 4 it does, but let's see, it took the liquidity from here, so we'll wait for the candle to close. All right, we will wait patiently. Look, it took the liquidity here as well. If this candle close below this area, we will start looking for sells, but it's still holding pretty good. We never know, at the end of this candle, like even if 20 seconds are remaining, it could be pushed back up after hitting people's stop losses. So we will wait until this closes. If it closes in this area, it's still not a trade for me. Many people, they do enter around this area because they think, okay, the liquidity has been taken out and the candle it failed to close below, so we can enter in this area. But that's not in my case. I never do that. I will wait patiently. We still have 2 minutes left, 1 minute 50 seconds. Look, it took the liquidity here from here very well. In this case, we could see something like this, but again, the $50 stop losses, I have to be very careful because it's US30. It's not any other forex pair or Nasdaq as well, because Nasdaq is not like US30 at all. Look, Nas is very simple movement. It's very, this pair is very, I really like Nas, but I'm just addicted to this US30. because there's no thrill in us, to be honest. With 50 seconds left, we might see a push back up, but let's see. If it's going down, it's going down. No worries. We will see how it goes. Leave it running. If it closes below, I will still not enter in the sell. I will look for sell, but I would still not enter because there is an open there would be open imbalances here. Then I will go back to the big time frames. For now, it's not showing what I wanted to see, and that is okay. No problem with it. What's going on 15 minutes? Cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool here. Cool. The price is still bullish. There is no sign of bearish. Doesn't matter if this candle ends up like this. There's no sign of bearish, because if you see in the line chart, I always do this. Look, if you see in the line chart, it has not closed yet. Look, it's equal low for now, not high, lower low, and it hasn't broken this area, so it's still bullish. It needs to break below, close below here, only then we'll see, only then we'll look up for sell areas, but for now, no. And apparently we have news coming in 23 minutes, so I would rather like to wait for some time. I think that's it. I think it has taken the liquidity. Well, it doesn't matter what I think, but logically, technically, we can see that it has taken the liquidity from here. The imbalances are filled up. So this candle, if it closes like indecision, then we can start thinking that the price is gonna reverse. Or if it closes bullish, then yeah, well, but still not entering, because I want to clear this high now. I want it to clear this high right now to enter long, clear this low to enter short. So with the 15 minutes candle, it's still 7 minutes to go. If you see in the lower time frame in 1 minute, which I hate doing it, you will see something as well. Look, if it closes below this, there are possibilities of this falling down like horses. Well, let's see. I think it has got rejected, but no early party, because no early celebration, because you never know. Well, now it looks a bit convincing for sell. A little convincing for sell, but in 15 minutes, wow, it's a good sell. But I would not enter in anywhere here, because a lot of imbalances are left over on the top, and I would not dare to do it. Now this comes first and this comes second. If it closes below, well, I have to keep changing my mind, because that's how forex is. You have to keep seeing both possibilities. You are not going to be like, I'm just gonna sell. No, I'm not, I'm just gonna buy. No, you have to see the both possibilities. Well, it looks very convincing for sell right now. Or maybe I think I would miss this today since there's some news and we don't know what data is gonna come out. Um, we can only predict. We can only see in numbers, but we don't know. We can know the expected data numbers, but we cannot know what's gonna come out. So there no taking risk. Look, it's still the price hasn't closed below this. The price hasn't closed below this. So this is still a relief for the bullish buyers. For the buyers, let's see. In 1 hour, what's going in 1 hour? 1 hour looks pretty much good here. It's a very good support around here in this area, and the price it shouldn't close below this in order to have a bullish intact. But let's see, if it closes below this area of demand, then we can be sure that price might do some correction like this, like this, and then it might come down. Who knows? It's US30, baby. What's going on in 3 minutes and 1 minute? Oof. 1 minute looks very convincing to sell. Very convincing. You could just enter right here, but I would not dare to do it because it still needs to break this. It still needs to close below in a very good selling pressure. Not just one. A week will not do. Because it would take like 10 seconds for US30 to run for 50 pips. $50. Sorry. I never check this low time frames, less than 5. 5 is the best for me. I always look for 5 and 15 for entries. For my zone is always 5. Well, now you can say it's 2 more minutes to go. Phew, it's a sell. Well, no panic, because it's a sell, okay, but it wasn't in my strategy. My strategy is to, when the zone breaks, you gotta get a correction, and I always enter week to week. So according to me, this would have been a good opportunity, but no, because I need a close below. It's US30, baby. It will just show you, and then it will do what it wants. It will show you, okay, I'm going down, lure you, and then it will go up. So see in this area, there's still demand present. This area, look, do you see this exhaustion? Look, you always have to validate this on US30. Always, this kind of areas are very important, very important. So look, in 5 minutes it's going bullish again, and it could be a good chance to enter around this area. if it closes bullish, if the price closes bullish, not until it closes bullish. If it remains like this, I'm not entering. It needs to cut off this high of this um, candle. It has to invalidate it. If there is no invalidation, there's no entry. We could look for like 2 to 3 hour, 2 hour, probably more. Let's see how it goes. 14 more seconds. My fingers are on the MetaTrader right now. Nothing. I'm not gonna enter unless it invalidates the bear candle. Look, it didn't, but it didn't. So I'm not gonna enter yet. No, I'm not going to enter yet. Now we can remove this. We can remove this. So this could be area to sell, I think, in this area. But again, how can you sell if there is no validation? These candles, the body needs to close below this support zone. You know, it needs to close like this, and then you can look for selling in this area. If you have a $50 stop loss, of course you could enter like this. Doesn't matter because you have enough space above the stop loss. Let's see how this one goes. Well, if this one goes below, if this one closes below this area, so we can look for a sell around this area, anywhere, because look, you have to just be careful with the wick here. But again, first it needs to close. If there's no closing, look, you can see that buyers are trying to protect their territory. They're not gonna give up yet. Look, can you see the big wicks? The big wicks says the story. It's all about greed, control, FOMO, fear of missing out. So many things involved in just 10-15 minutes. It's like so much chaos in 15 minutes, you know, at this hour. Sometimes I just keep changing like this. Oh, this, no, this, no, this, no, this. But you know, you have to take all the, you have to think from all dimensions. Let's see what's going on in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, it looks good for a sell, to be very honest. Again, it needs to close below 30 minutes. Still good for a sell. 1 hour is extremely nice. If this close below this area for 1 hour, for this area. And one thing, don't invalidate the trend. The trend is bullish short term, you know, so you cannot invalidate that. Everything goes like this. You have to keep everything in mind. What's the trend? What's the short term trend? What's the long term trend? In my case, I don't really follow the long term trend, but yeah, you have to keep in mind for the trend for past few days. Well, but anyway, let's talk about this now. This seems a bit confusing to me because let's see in the line chart. Look, in the line chart, it needs to close above for bullish intact, and if it closes below, then of course there are bears in the market already. It's taking all the imbalances here. Let's see what happens. 18 more seconds to go. So every passing 5 minutes, we are getting close to to the news. So 10 minutes left for the news. Even though I entry, I'm not be able to get my target in 5 minutes. So I would rather leave today, or rather leave until the news comes out. Let's see what's there in the news, how it behaves, and we will see. Because now it seems pretty much bearish, but again, if the data comes out the other way around, we can get a huge momentum back up, because this area is very, it's very valid, you know. This area of demand is very valid for now. If it stays above this area and we see the news how it goes. Seems like it's gonna break the zone, gonna break this support area. Let's see. Now this has been invalidated clearly, so we can remove this. Now the only valid points are this, 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 and this wick here. If we plan for a sell, still not gonna cover the stop loss. So we are here. 7 more minutes go. In 30 minutes, it shows a really good sign of bearish momentum, but you know, rejection. Sorry, but still, we are making higher highs. Let's see if it makes a lower low. We'll see. Because New York just got open. Not even half an hour. What's going on in NAS? Look, NAS is very simple, very simple. Support, demand, support, demand, support, demand, supply, demand. That's it. NAS has very good movements. US30 is always crazy. SPX as well, very good. My bread and butter is SPX. Very good. Very good. US30 seems falling like horses. So today I don't see any of my trades being executed on US30, of course. Let's see. I'm just waiting for the news to see how it behaves and where it goes. 5 minutes, of course. This looks like a sell to me, very honest. Well, yeah. If there was no news today, I would have sold in here, in this area. Very clean. But since the news is coming out in 3 minutes, let's see. Not selling anything anymore. I mean, not selling anything now. For now, I'm not buying anything for now. So now let me tell you, if the price decides to get rejected from here, I will not enter if this is cancelled. I will not enter if just this is cancelled. I will enter if when this is cancelled. This area is cancelled like this, comes back here, go down, go up there. So let's see, we're at 2 minutes 34 seconds to go. Well, I'm assuming the data would come below expectations. Next line of support is this. seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Wow. Oops. Wow. Good move. As far as this holds up, it's okay. Let's see what's going on in the 4 hour time frame. Literally, Nas is awesome. Took the imbalance quickly, shoot it up. Wow, wow. Nas is crazy. It's good, so good. See, it's going on in 15 minutes. Well, seems like today we didn't get the opportunity, but it's fine. Well, it's fine. No worries. In my strategy, I don't take trade every day. It's like 2 3 days a week, and that's it. Only the A plus quality setups. Really good support in here. Pretty good support in here. Let's see. Price has been consolidating in this area. We need a clear breakup or breakdown. Well then, we'll see tomorrow how it goes, because now it's too late for me. I just trade for 1 hour or 1 hour and a half. I start at 3 Berlin time and I trade until 4:30. If I get my shot, I get it. If it's take profit, if it's stop loss, B, whatever. And if I don't get my shot, that's okay. Every day is a new opportunity. So, well then, guys, see you tomorrow at the same time. Trade safe and educate yourself.